doing some riding. So, uh, not, I'm probably not going to do a lot of talking because I don't ride very well when I talk. And so I'm just going to ride my horse. And you guys can just, should have some music. I don't know. I don't really know what to do about the videos to make them entertaining. Because riding horses is, get over here. Is there a issue here? This is entertaining. Come on. Get over here. Come on. The violence. The violence. Come on. You gotta do violence with her. She likes violence. Come on, you're not close. Let's get with the program. Okay, that's good. You did it with very little violence. But, hello. Now she's getting in trouble. Quit. She had to get in trouble because she likes. You're good right where you're at. Chick. I'm telling you, that's a warning. Ho. That was a warning. She's not. Oh, she's getting. 3 strikes, you're out. This is entertaining. Get over here. Get over here. Now this is where she's just sitting there looking at me. Oh, my animals. Why? My dog's the same way. Her mom's good. Her mom don't do this to me, but she's 15. What are you doing? You're on video doing this. The whole world sees you. The whole world seeing you do this. I can't get on that. The whole world just seen all that bad behavior. You can't move. When I get right here is where you can't move. She's gotta give me work to do. We can't make it, we don't want it to be too easy. We'd think we were doing something right. But what I realized with her is I don't have to worry about nothing. I ride her mom. She rides the way she rides. She's had some training on her, but basically she's riding the way I ride her because I'm the only one that's riding her. Because she's had some training, it wouldn't take much to get her tuned up better. I mean, I'm talking if somebody rode her that knew what they were doing. So I'm just riding her the same way I ride her mom, more or less. Gonna try to practice. Are you serious right now? So, I don't really have to worry about it because okay, so let's talk about that. So, for those of you that have horses and have had horses, they always talk about the red-headed mares being a handful. And I don't pay no attention to that kind of stuff because I'm just like people talk about studs being a handful. And, well, she's kind of a red-headed mare. And I'm like, I'm going to be on the bandwagon with the redheaded mare stuff that they say. Because she is a redheaded mare. And I said I wasn't going to talk when I'm riding her, but just riding her the same way I ride her mom. And so I'm just going to ride her the same way I ride her mom. And then she'll just be the same as her mom. I stick my feet out, she stops and backs up. And that was some gold nugget right there. And that's what I'm doing. So, I got basically, my neck rein. Neck rein. So that's just all neck rein. And just getting her off that neck rein. And then, so I'm just getting her off my neck rein and having her, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having her neck rein until she does it the way I want. Now we're losing a little bit of, we're doing it on camera. This neck rein, there, geez, oh Pete, 20 minutes later. So that's where the neck rein will stay on her because I'm going to make her neck rein every time. And if she doesn't do it to my liking, I will keep doing what I do. And so I'm basically just, I've never, she was snorting right there. So I'm just getting after her a little bit because she needs to be paying attention to me and nothing else. And so what I kind of realized is I've never done this before. I've done the stuff I'm doing with her before, but not from start to finish on a 2-year-old, 3-year-old now. Basically, I had people ride her to make sure my groundwork was good, to basically check my work. I was pretty confident in it, but because of how she is, I wasn't 100% sure. And see how good that is? That's how I ride her mom. When I turn, she turns. And I got to dial this stuff in with her. But what was I talking about? Can't remember. That's so. Anyways, I don't remember what I was talking about. It was good stuff. I'll watch the video and be like, oh yeah. So basically, start to finish with a horse. So I would do stuff to the mind with all of them. But I wasn't, other people would be riding them while I'm working on their mind to keep them good. And because just, people don't really know how to do that. That's just a fact. It's like I'm flashing around the chimney when I do a roof because I don't want to have to come back and be like, why is it leaking? Because you can't tell when everything's covered up. And with horses, I know this. If you do something in a way to get it in their mind and it's wrong, it's hard to fix. So I'm being pretty careful about just doing, but it's my horse. I want her to ride a certain way at the end of the day. And I feel like because of the things I've learned, that ties into a willingly guided reining horse, because I want my horse to be willingly guided. So it kind of like, yeah. But I've never done it like with her specifically. Is, I bred her and she's my baby. So I know everything from the day she was born until now, what she's experienced. And I'm just riding her because I do a pretty good job. Basically, some of the horses that I've had that I've rode, I get them pretty good as far as, being able to ride them. I'm talking about being able to stay alive for the most part. And, she's my horse, and I'm potentially have her for a long time. But so my point of all this is the things I've been through, like the groundwork stuff. When I was doing the groundwork stuff, and when I saddled her, it was easy because I just picked a day when she was mentally right for that one task. So all the stuff leading up to that to get her mind right, there was relatively nothing to saddling her, because I wasn't getting ready to ride her. I wasn't working for a customer. I was just getting her mentally right to saddle. And then the day I saddled her, it was nothing. There was nothing to it because of where her mind was at that day. And then, but there was a lot of questions in there while I was doing that about how she likes to move around. She's athletic. I keep saying that. So I get her saddled, and then I do some groundwork with her, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to ride this horse, because if she gets happy, I can't stay on her. And so start to finish with her, had some people check my work, and then I'm like, okay, well, then I did about 3 days of groundwork when I got her here. And then I started getting on her and just walking around, getting her mind like it is, kind of like there's something right there. I don't know what it is. Maybe a horse peed right there or something. I don't know. There's something right there that getting her attention. Oh, there's horse poop. Okay, so I always like to figure out what's going on. Like, what is it? What, when, where, why? So there's just some horse poop right there. So doing the groundwork with her and that for 3 days, and then getting on her, walking around. I'm going to talk right now. I'm just warming her up a little. I'm going to do some loping on her and stuff, but I'm going to probably trot her. She wants to go right into that lope. And so 3 days of groundwork, then I get on her and I walked her around for about 3 days. She wants to just go right into the lope. I got her trained to lope. So talking about, getting to where I'm at now and learning about, starting a 2-year-old, 3-year-old now, but 2-year-old at the time. And 3 days of groundwork, then I just kept doing the groundwork before I get on her every day for probably 3 weeks, I think. And then 4 weeks probably, because I was still doing, and then walked around on her, got her mind good with walking. Then I trotted her, got her mind good because every time you increase speed, their mind goes faster. So then I trotted around on her, got her soft there, and then boom, came in one day, nothing. And that's just her personality. And I kind of thought I knew it was. So I went over to Bill Thomas Performance Horses, Saginaw, Michigan, and I'm like, just watch me. So he watched me, nothing wrong with the horse. And that's, in my experience, which is almost none, is anytime there's a problem with a horse, they think it's something physical. Most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's just because it's horses. But you do want to make sure of that. So got that figured out. And then I just realized I'm just going through a spot with her. And, her growing up And her mind's completely different this year than it was last year. Her growing up, seeing her mind mature. I think 2-3-year-old years, I see the difference with her specifically. In the, when she was 2, well, she was still a yearling technically, but she was a year old, and but it was her 2-year-old year. And then seeing her now, where it's her 3-year-old year, but she's 2. So just talking about where she was at in her age. Big difference, a big difference. And so what I'm realizing is she's growing up, she's getting older, her mind's getting, she's getting to the point now where she can maybe do some herd bossing out in the field and things like that. And she just rides around like a broke horse now. And she was doing that for like 3 weeks, and then all the crap hit the fan. And so, see, as soon as I start trying to do something, I need to just keep talking about what I'm talking about, and then I'm going to ride her. So then seeing her mind, the difference in her mind, when she was a yearling, 2-year-old, 3-year-old now, not even yet technically for the birthday, but and seeing spots on the groundwork, and then in the saddle, and then I just ride her and she'll get good. Every horse that I've ever rode has gotten good. So, but the thing is like you go through spots where it's like you don't think you're doing a very good job. And I think everybody does that, or if you're a horse trainer, you just get a bunch of crappy horses and you think you don't know what you're doing anymore, because it just seems like you get a run of bad horses. And I don't know. I'm not a trainer, so I don't know this. I'm just saying you can get horses like this one specifically that can just be a little more work. And if I don't put the time in with her and let the good stuff come to be, I would never know. So this is how my horses walk around. And, people are like pushing a wheelbarrow in here, and it's like, is it okay to do that? You're pretty much good to go. Anything you want to do around my horses, you're good to do. A heads up on certain things. Hey, I'm going to shoot my gun. Heads up, so I can get a hold of her, because we're going to ride that. But I have enough handle on her specifically that I can get her through just about anything, as long as I can stay on her and get a hold of her. I can keep her handled up and get her brain working correctly if she spooks or something, and I'll be able to handle her. And so it's like going to horse shows. It's like people are like, don't do that. People are getting ready to show. I'm like, well, maybe you should get a different trainer so you can get your horse ready to show at home, and then people can do. I just crack up when people say not to do something because people are getting ready to show a horse. Like, showing a horse is like, wow, it's hard to do, but it's like, if you got to have everything perfect. Like, I remember there was a story of a reining trainer, and he was doing a pattern, and the fire alarm went off in the building. Horse didn't miss a beat because he had the horse trained to do a reining pattern and show it. There was one, I think I seen one where a dog got in the arena and the horse was still doing it. I mean, it ended up not being, we had to get the dog out. They had to get the dog out of there, but it's like, get your horses ready to go show at home. So when you're at a show, you don't have to tell people like me not to do something because you're getting ready to show, because I don't comprehend that. I'm just like riding my horse. Do whatever you want. I'm riding my horse. You know, I'm not saying to do anything intentionally to spook horses, but just live life. I mean, I'm in a barn, things happen. I was loping her around, and some people walked in and walked across right there. She was like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, it's people. We've seen them before. But when I was loping around here, she was like, she didn't know what it was. I don't know what the deal was, but it bothered her. And it's like, yeah, it's people just walking around. So let's do some riding. We're going to get that fixed. So she kind of does the exact same thing her mom does with the head tossing. And I can just tell you this for a fact. They do this in the field, okay? When they're out, you want to talk about natural horsemanship. I don't want any part of natural horsemanship riding this horse because she throws her head, she bucks, she stands up, and she runs wide open. So I don't want no natural horsemanship going on with my horse when I'm on her. She can do her natural horsemanship stuff out in the field on her own time. I want a relationship with my horse. And so basically what it is they throw their head around, and then I have to just kind of help them when I have to kind of help her. After I do it with her mom, I can get her pretty good. And so I just have to take a light hold on her. And we're just going to try it again. Generally speaking, after I get her warmed up, she doesn't do that. So, that's better. We're going to go with that. I think I just did a lead change there a little bit. So, generally speaking, after she gets warmed up, just like her mom, I think she tossed her head once when I started riding her. All right, let me just ride my horse now that I'm doing something. So I'm just teaching her to stay going in the small circle. Because usually, to teach her to slow down, I would go into the small circle and let her walk. So now, I want to do the small circle and keep her going. Just like that. So doing some speed transitions with her, it's been a battle. It's been a little struggle. So right there, we just taught her to stay going. pretty good. Just dialing stuff in. So that's basically just loping a circle, teaching her to go into a smaller circle, just like I do her mom, slowing down, and it'll just happen. I just got to do it. And then, you know, the guiding her, keeping her straight and all that stuff. It'll just happen. Just got to ride her. If she, see how easy it is to turn her now? I mean, she turns just like her mom. Like, I ride her mom just like this. Her mom does the exact same thing. Because that's how I ride. I teach them, and then, and her mom rides the same way. Now, as I gain speed in that, at the walk and trot and then the lope, it's not as good. But it's getting there. So then, with her mom, I can, no legs, nothing. Same thing with the neck rein. I can neck rein her over. She rides just like her mom. So, I was kind of stressing out about some stuff not being as good as I wanted it to be. And I got 2 months of riding on her. And where I'm at right now to where I started, I mean, that's what would help a lot of you guys too, is don't look at where you're at. Look at where you started and then look where you're at. And then I think for me, this is what I have to do a lot of, is it makes me realize it's actually, it's going good. And, because I got a lot of things I struggle with, but then just about getting stuff done, basically, you know, because I could do more. But it's like, look where I started. I wasn't even riding her. Now look, this walk is dialed in perfectly. Look at that backup. I mean, it's not perfect, but dang, there wasn't even one there a week ago, probably. You know, I didn't have nothing. I wasn't even working on the backup because I was just trying to get her to go forward. I think for the most part, riding her, I did the backup on the ground, but for the most part, I didn't do any backing up when I started riding her because I wanted her to go forward. And so now, now this backup right here, that backup right there was a lot of stuff going on in it, but that's the straightest I've done since I started doing backups. That's the best I did since I started doing backups. I ended up where I started. Had some spots in the middle, and it's like, oh, well, it's coming around. Now, trying to get her to go straight is my biggest struggle. I don't even like the word can't, but and it doesn't matter because I know for 100% sure I'll be able to do this perfectly. Now, so I'm just going to leave that alone because that's too much for the camera to be dealing with. I'm going to try to get I'm trying to do too much. I need to just be like, See, now I can make it look good in the camera. Look how pretty and perfect that was. I'm trying to back up 30 feet. I ain't even got 5 steps done yet. let's get it straight with a couple steps, and then we'll worry about backing across the arena. That's the kind of stuff where I'm doing something and I'm like, holy crap, I'm expecting to be able to stop and back up 30 feet perfectly on a horse that's never done it before. Well, and I've never done it before. I've never taught a horse, well, whatever. It just, you see my point. See that right there? That right there? Now she's in trouble. She's in trouble. She's in trouble. Now, my horses, sometimes you can't get out of that. Sometimes they stay fired up. So she got in trouble. Now we're going to go back over here. I don't know what's going on over here. And I can tell you this much right now. I don't care what's going on. I could care less. The only thing I care about is what's going on right here with my horse. So we're just doing some different maneuvers to get her straightened out. Now the head didn't come above the saddle horn. If it comes above the saddle horn, she's in trouble. She is like on the line of getting in trouble. And that's why I don't care what you're doing around me. If her head pops up and she starts getting worried about something else out there, she gets in trouble. She needs to be worried about me. The only thing she needs to be worried about is me and keeping me safe. That's all we got to do. And that's why they get good. I have zero tolerance for bad behavior in any way, shape, or form. I don't put up with it. I ain't worried about how good or perfect tricks are. Her mind's going to obey the master of disaster. Wow. She's just going to be good because I'm trying to stay alive. That's all I'm saying. So we went and did our loping the other way. So I'm going to lope some circles this way. And I'm starting to, at first I was just, her head position, I didn't care where her head was at. I was just trying to pick her correct lead up and get her loping circles. Because, that's the first step. Let's just get her loping in the correct lead. So then I was just trying to get her body right, focusing on that. And then pretty much I can say with some confidence that if I get her set up right, and I can get a correct lead almost every time. So now that I've got a little bit of work done with that, I'm going to start worrying about it looking pretty for showing. And more concerned about picking up the correct lead, but kind of working on that too. So I let her, what I do is I let her not mind. And then I get after her. And I just basically started doing the small circles. So I had none of this before. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. Make sure we're in there. leads down. And oh, that was a. So right now I'm just not worried about her throwing her head too much. I'm just worried about her turning and staying in the lope without me putting pressure on her. Just like I do with her mom. That's all I wanted her to do. Now we can start worrying about speed transitions. That was a little bit of a transition. Trying to be done with her, but she's giving me a little bit of a battle right here. Somebody walked in over there, so she's had to go through some stuff there. Let her make the mistake. Trying to be done. Oh, what the? Okay. Trying to be done here. Pretty good at telling my leads. Oh. That was about as good as it gets for me on this day, which I liked it. I mean, it was not perfect, but I'll tell you what, for what I've been doing and what I got right there, it's as perfect as it's been. And her heart's beating. And that's just how I ride her. Like, I don't try to keep her from making mistakes. I fully let her full on make a mistake. And I full on get after her. And that's the simplest way I can put it. Why my horses mind. And they don't mind, like, I'm kind of a softie. You see me getting on the step. It's like, I don't know what it is about me. They do good to my liking. And her heart's beating. I like feeling that boom, 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 boom when you get done riding them. It's good stuff. What's up? No rest for the wicked. Said no rest for the wicked. If you're bored, get a goat. That thing, I love him, but man, he's a handful.
I killed that thing, dude. I'm real close to killing it a lot of times.
I know, but you can't because the kids and everything. So we got a good ride on her. Just doing what I do. Making her good. Now when I get her real good like this, I gotta go real slow to cue her because she gets real feely. That's a neck rein. That's a neck rein. There, yeah, the neck rein. Yes. So, who? Same thing I did with her mom. Did the exact same thing with her mom to make her be good. And she's pretty much rides just like her mom. Not finished, but rides just like her. All the stuff I do with her mom, she's either doing already or going or starting to do. So I ain't too worried about it. She's gonna turn out just like all the other horses that I ride that are mine. I'm saying. Number one, gonna get them so I can stay on them and they don't kill me. And then number two, try to make it look pretty as I can. And then number three, take the saddle off and go to bed. That's what we're doing. That was a pretty good ride. Pretty focused, pretty slow, pretty much thinking, figuring out what I'm doing. Basically is what I'm doing. That was a long ride. That was 42 minutes.